So, dear students, here what Derry says, and think of all those people worse off than you. Yes, just think of those people who are not as good as you. Think, you might have been blinded or born deaf or have to live in a wheelchair. Then what would happen? Or be daft in your head and dribble. Something is wrong with your head and maybe you are not able to behave properly. Then Mr. Lamb, as a reaction in response to Derry, he says, and that's all true. Yes, dear, I agree with you. Whatever you are saying, that is true. And you know it. Thank God, you know all these things. Derry, it won't make my face change. But what's the use of learning all these things? All these things will not make my face change in any way. Right? Do you know, one day a woman went by me in the street. I was at a bus stop and she was with another woman and she looked at me and she said, whispered, only I heard her, means overheard her. She said, look at that, that's a terrible thing. That is a face only a mother could love. Yes, you know, something more and more horrible happened. What? I overheard two women having interaction with each other, right? One of them said to another about me, how horrible I was looking. Means seeing is believing is not good for you. Means hearing is believing, right? So whatever you hear, you just believe, huh? Oh, I do not know, but it was cruel. I did not like these women talking about anybody like this. It was cruel. Maybe not meant as such. Maybe they wanted to say something else and you mistook them. That may be there, right? Just something said between them. How can you say they were talking about you only? Maybe they were talking about something else and you thought, because every time you have this guilt, this inferiority complex regarding your face in your mind, every time you have got. So maybe you have mistaken them, isn't it? So only I heard it. Yeah, I do believe that I heard them. I overheard, he means. And is that the only thing you ever heard anyone say in your life? Is this the single moment, or earlier also you have heard people talking about you like this? Has it happened earlier also? Oh no, I have heard a lot of things. So now you keep your ears shut. So dear, there is only one way out. What? That you just keep your ears shut, because this is the world full of people, right? And people are in the regular practice of talking about one another. So are you going to hear them all? Only one way out is you just keep your ears shut, and please do not pay attention to what they are speaking, what they are talking about, right? So keep your ears shut, right? You are peculiar, you are very strange. You say peculiar things, and whatever you say, that is really strange. That sounds strange. You ask questions, I don't understand. And one more thing, whatever the questions you ask, I am not at all able to get them. That's why I remain speechless. I have no answers to the questions, strange questions, I must say. I like to talk. Actually, dear Derry, actually, I like to talk. Have company. I like to have company. You don't have to answer questions. Actually, I am just speaking. You are not supposed to answer each and every question. Okay. So please don't feel uneasy. You don't have to stop here at all. The gate is open. And I must say now that here also you are not supposed to stay only. If you wish, you may leave. It's up to you. Okay. Yes, but actually he wanted to say something, but he said yes, but it means he just stopped, right? I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. You know hive, right? A collection of live honeybees. right? So wherever they are living in a cluster, that is hive. So I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say bees buzz. Look, this is the natural sound of bees they make, honeybees they make. And some people, when they hear these honeybees making sound, they say bees are buzzing. But when you listen to bees for a long time, while buzz means in negative way, they are making noise, right? So but when you keep on listening to the same buzzing sound for long, ultimately what happens? You become used to that, and one moment arrives in your life that you start loving things, all those things which were disturbing you earlier, but now as you have got used to that, you start liking them. This is the rule of the world. Yes, dear child, right? So they hum, and whatever seemed to you buzzing will be changed into humming. Humming is a positive aspect, right? Sweet sound, melodious sound. And hum means sing. Earlier they meant to make noise, but now they meant to sing. Okay, I hear them singing my bees. For other people, they may seem, their sound may seem noisy, right? Their sound may seem buzzing, but to me, because I got used to them, so I think they are humming, and I really like their sound, right? But I like it here. But now, by and by, he is coming to the point, and he means to say that he has started becoming positive attitude he is getting. So he is saying, but over the wall means outside the garden, when I had a look at this garden, I just felt like coming in. Yeah, something might have attracted me, that's why I came in. No. So if you had seen me, you would not have come in. But dear child, you say that this garden attracted you, that's why looking at the garden, looking at the beauty of the garden, you came in. Yeah, but I have a question in my mind. What? Had you seen me in the garden, means as soon as you entered the garden, had you seen me then and there, then would you not have got back, or would you have continued like this? No. No. Yeah, I would have been trespassing. I would have thought that I was just crossing my limit, means without permission I was just trying to enter. So trespassing means to stay somewhere or to enter somewhere without permission, just like intrusion. Okay, that is not why. No, this is not the reason. I don't like being near people. When they stare, when I see them being afraid of me, I just do not like to be in the company of people. Actually, they behave in a different way, and that way perplexes me, makes me uneasy. That's why, right? And I think people are afraid of me. You could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. Then one more solution for you, dear daddy. What, uncle? Actually, if you are talking about everything, everybody in a negative sense, then there is only one way out for you. What? You just do one thing, you just shut yourself inside a room. Yes, just go inside a room and get packed and never come out. So in this way, you will not hear people talking about you, and you will not see people looking at you in a different way that can make you feel uneasy, right? So you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. Stay inside that room only, don't come out. There was a man who did that. Let me narrate an incident to you. Yes, there is a story. You know, there was a man who did that. Who did that means there was a man who exactly behaved like this, means he really locked himself inside a room, right? And he was, you know why? He was afraid. You see, he was afraid of everything and of everybody. Yes, he was afraid of everything. Everything like everything in the world. He had so many doubts in his mind. He was afraid of so many premonitions or doubts or intuitions, like a bus might run him over, a bus might trample him, run him over, right? Or a man might breathe deadly germs onto him. Just he might come into contact with deadly germs with some people, right? Onto him, or a donkey might kick him to death. This is also one of the fears. Or lightning might strike him down, or he might love a girl and the girl would leave him and he might slip on a banana skin and fall, and people who saw him would laugh at their heads off. All these things he was afraid of, right? So he went into his room and locked the door from inside and got into his bed and stayed there only. Yes, he thought he would not meet people and he would be in contact with many people, so he will remain safe and he will not get disturbed. So he did this thing. Mr. Lamb, did he lock himself forever? No, not forever, for a while only. Okay, then what? Means then what happened to him? Means you are saying for a while, then after some time what happened? Did he come out? Actually, whatever is to happen just happens. We cannot escape, right? So then what? A picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him. He was scared, he was afraid of things. Look, a donkey might kick him to death. It means he was afraid of death also. That's why he locked himself inside a room, that this death, so called death, would not enter his room, because that was locked from inside. But you know, death keeps no calendar, right? Death keeps no calendar. If death is to come, it is inevitable and it is surely come. So the same thing happened, right? So Daddy laughs a lot. You see, but you still say peculiar. So did you notice? It's of no use being afraid of things. Whatever is to happen will happen. You cannot escape anything, right? So let everything go on in the usual way. But you still say peculiar things, strange things. You every time use strange things, strange examples, strange stories, strange questions. Peculiar to some, they may sound strange to some, and they may sound, what do you do all day? So when Daddy thought that he was not able to get, so he just switched to next topic, means he just changed his topic and he said, actually, what do you do all day? Means how do you spend your whole day? Actually, Daddy, I just sit in the sun. He is telling his daily chorus, right? Routine life. I just see in the sun, sit in the sun, read books. Ah, you thought it was an empty house? What do you think? This is just an empty house? No. But inside it is full. This is not an empty house. This is full of books and other things. Full. It is full. But there aren't any curtains at the windows, Uncle or Mr. Lamb, as you are saying that this house is full, but you have used no curtains. Why? Why do you not use curtains at the windows? Dear Daddy, I am not fond of curtains. Is that clear? I do not use curtains because I do not want them. I do not like curtains. Curtains are used to shut things out and shut things in, right? Shutting things out I do not like, shutting things in I do not like, right? I like the light and the darkness, means I am quite comfortable in darkness as well as light. I like light and I like darkness, means I take everything as it is. I don't feel uncomfortable, right? And the windows open to hear the wind, and if we keep the windows open, then natural air, natural wind will come in and we may breathe fresh air, right? We may breathe in. Yes, I like that. I also like that. When it is raining, you know, when it is raining, I like to hear it on the roof. Yes, on the roof means when raining sound is there on the roof, and this sound is known as pattering sound. Pattering, right? So I like the pattering sound of the rainfall. Means by and by, now Daddy is also feeling comfortable sharing his things with Mr. Lamb. They talk about me downstairs. You know, Mr. Lamb, I do not like one more thing. What? Actually, they talk about me downstairs when I am not there. What will he ever do? What is going to happen to him when we have gone? How ever will he get on in this world looking like that, with that on his face? That is what they say. Actually, now Daddy is sharing the interaction went on between his father and mother, means between his parents, right? So he was feeling uneasy. So this thing he is sharing with Mr. Lamb, that my parents are also feeling uncomfortable for me, means actually we want to say that every parent is too much protective about their child or children. So they are, right? So he is saying they are too much worried and anxious about my future, because half of my face is already burnt. So they remain anxious about me and keep discussing about me, what will happen to me in my future life when my parents are not there, means are not alive. Right now they are supporting, but when they are not present, when they are not alive, what will happen to me? So I do not like this. Oh God, oh my God, you have got two arms. Why do you worry about you, about yourself? Huh? God has given you two arms. Isn't it enough? God has given you two legs, eyes and ears. You have got a tongue and a brain. Everything you have got like other ordinary people. So you are also an ordinary person or normal person you are. So why do you think you will get on the way you want? Exactly in the same way other people are spending their life, you may also spend your life in that positive way, right? And if you chose, you set your mind to it, you could get on better than all the rest. And if you chose better life, then you, to some extent I must say, you can spend your life in a better way than other people, how they are leading their life, right? But how? Now he is sharing his plight. But how? How am I supposed to lead a normal life like other people, right? Oh, same way as I do. Don't you see me? Right? I also do not behave differently. So why don't you? Do you have any friends? He is asking. Oh, hundreds of friends I've got. But you live by yourself in that house. You live all alone. Isolation is there. I don't find any people. So, and you are saying hundreds of friends you have got. It's a big house too. Friends everywhere, Daddy. I have got friends everywhere. Hundreds of friends I have got, and they are everywhere. People come in, they become my friends. Everybody knows me, they are my friends. The gate is always open. They come and sit here. They spend their time. They become my friends, right? And in front of the fire in winter, they spend their happy moments. So they are my friends. Kids come for the apples and pears and for toffee. I make toffee with honey. Anybody comes, so have you. Anybody can come, anybody comes here. So whosoever comes in my garden is my friend. Is that clear? So now you have come, so you are also my friend. But how can you say I am your friend? I am not your friend. Certainly, dear, certainly you are my friend. So far as I am concerned, what have you done to make me think you are not? Okay, let me talk about myself. Let's talk about my case. Why should I not treat you like my friend? Yes, what's wrong? Why should? Just prove it that I should not treat you like my friend. Mr. Lamb, you do not know me. You do not know where I come from or even what my name is. So, you know nothing about me and you are calling me your friend. How? Why should that signify? Why is that important to know everything about people whom we are treating like our friends? Do I have to write all your particulars down and put them in a filing box? No, not at all. Before you can be a friend, means is it a formality that whosoever is going to be a friend, first of all you are supposed to know his whereabouts and you are supposed to put down, means note down each and everything about the person, and then you fill in the form with particulars, and then that person can become a friend. This is just a joke. No, this is not necessary. I suppose, yes, I think so. You could tell me your name. Okay. If you think that before becoming a friend, one should know the name and particulars about the person. So, okay, I treat you like my friend. So, if you really want to tell your name, I do not mind. Okay, so tell me your name if you chose, and not if you don't. If you didn't, means if you do not want to know to tell your name to me, you may, it's up to you. Daddy, only it's direct, but I hate that. Daddy, if I am your friend, yes, I hate that. Daddy, you may call me daddy if I become your friend. Okay, I am your friend, you don't have to be mine. It is not necessary that you treat me like your friend, so I should also. So we both have different ways, so it is not necessary. I could not still be a friend. It is not necessary that you treat me like your friend, I should also treat you like my friend. Why not? Why cannot we both become friends of each other? How could I? You pass people in the street, why not? Then how could I be your friend? Daddy is saying, you pass people in the street and you might even speak to them, but you never see them again. It doesn't mean they are friends. Friends are the people whom we can meet in future also, right? But you simply happen to pass and you are not sure to meet them again. So how can you say that they have become your friends, right? He is just sharing his doubt. Mr. Lamb, doesn't mean they are enemies. Okay, okay, you cannot treat them like your friend. But dear, tell me, if they are not your friends, but they are not your enemies also, isn't it? They are not your enemies also. No, they are just nothing. People, that's all. People are never just nothing. Daddy, mind it. People are not nothing. Okay? They are also important. Never. There are some people I hate. Daddy is saying some people are there in this world whom he hated. So, that would do you more harm than any bottle of acid only burns your face. Means he is saying if you hate people in the world, you cannot pull on with your life, right? Because hating people, this hatred, if we foster, if we keep hatred in our mind, in our heart, this is more harmful than a bottle of acid, because a bottle of acid can burn your face only, but the acid like hatred in your mind and your brain and your heart, that can burn you entirely. So, this is more harmful. Like a bomb, only you are saying only face, you are saying only like a bomb only blew up my leg. You can see a bomb blew up my leg. There is worse things can happen. You can burn yourself away inside. Yes, so please do not keep hatred in your mind, in yourself. Otherwise, you will destroy yourself. You will get burnt entirely. After I had come home, one person said he would have been better off stopping in there in the hospital. And in the hospital, he would be better off with others like himself. She thinks blind people only ought to be with other blind people and idiot boys with idiot boys. Means when I was in the hospital and you know, when I got discharged from the hospital, I overheard some people talking about me, and they were saying he has got half burned with his face. So I think he should remain in the hospital only, so that he may be feeling comfortable in the company of people like him only. So idiots are better. Idiots had better live in the company of other idiots, so they would be feeling quite comfortable in their own company, right? And people with no legs altogether. So what do you think? What should I do? Whom should I live with? Means I have only one leg. So now I should look for other people with one leg only? Huh? What do you think? That's right. You are saying right. What kind of world would that be, dear Daddy? Just think of the world. If idiot chooses idiot, lame chooses lame, blind chooses blind. So the entire world will be changed. So that would not be suitable for a comfortable life. At least there would be nobody to stare at you because you were not like them. Actually, Mr. Lamb, I am saying all these things so that you may not feel uncomfortable when they look at you in a different way, right? So you think you are just the same as all the other people with burnt faces, right? Just by what you look like. Everything is different. Everything is the same, but everything is different itself. Daddy, be clear about that. Everything is same, everything is different, but still everything is different. I'm not getting you, uncle. Okay, let me elaborate it. Everything is different and everything is same. Means it all depends on our perception, right? What is this? You will say stick, I will say pointer. So thing is same, but still our perception makes it different, right? Things are same, but they look different to people according to the perception they have got. So how do you make all that out? How do you understand? Make out means understand. Mr. Lamb, how do you understand all these things? Mr. Lamb, watching, listening, thinking, like this. I would like a place like this, a garden. Mr. Lamb, uncle, I also like to remain at this place. I like this garden. Yeah, I would like a house with no curtains. I also like, I have started liking this, right? The gate is always open, but this is not mine. You mean to say I can come anytime I like? But uncle, Mr. Lamb, this house is not mine, this garden is not mine. Huh? Everything is yours if you want it. What is mine is anybody's. It all depends on you. Means your perception is again making you feel different, right? Whatever is mine, that is yours. So you can come anytime. So I could come here again. Mr. Lamb, can I come here again? Even if you were out, means in your absence also I could come here. Certainly, you might find others here. Of course, means whenever you wish to come, you may come, but don't think other people will not be there. Some other people also you may find in my absence. Oh, now this is very important. Oh, means it is going against him what he is thinking. Means he thought that only he is the person who can come again, but he is saying other people may also be there. That's why he is saying, oh, well, that need not stop you, you need not mind. Why do you think, oh, why do you think of people? That should not stop you from coming here. You need not mind the presence of other people, right? They are also like you. It would stop them. Oh, Mr. Lamb, I am not thinking about myself. I am thinking about people. I am not afraid of them, but I am thinking they might be afraid of me, right? It would stop them. They would mind me. They would mind my presence, my ugly presence. When they saw me here, they look at my face and run. Generally, it happens that as soon as people look at me, look at my face, they get scared, they get afraid, and they just run away.